Welcome, my name is Jessica McCoy and this is my introduction video. So a little bit about me. This next year I will serve as the pre-K-12 principal at Brewster Schools. This will be my first year in that admin role. This past year I taught high school math and served part-time as an admin intern to gain experience and knowledge to prepare me for this upcoming year. So I'm excited to be able to be taking that on. I have taught high school math for the past 15 years. I am married and have 4 kids. Besides our regular jobs, my husband and I also farm and have rentals. And then one of my greatest hobbies is mowing. Anytime I'm having a stressful day, I love to come home and just get out on the mower and be able to decompress. So this time of year is kind of my favorite time. As far as Brewster Schools go, we are a small 1A school in Northwest Kansas. We are a single pre-K-12 building with approximately 130 students and a little over 30 staff members. Typically, the principal superintendent position is a single combined position, but due to this being my first year and not having the superintendent endorsement, I am serving as just the principal for this 1 year, and then next year plan on taking the role back over as a combined position. So throughout this presentation, I will focus on how I will empower learning and instruction through various methods. So the first part focuses on a shared vision. I believe in order to have a shared vision, you need to work as a team and include your staff in the process. I will identify lead teachers that can help facilitate and maintain the district's vision. We will use our data to identify any student learning needs or gaps that are taking place, and then identify barriers and work on ways to overcome them. In order to establish a curriculum that maximizes student learning, I need to have full teacher buy-in. That is key in order to make this work and actually maximize that learning. So I would get feedback from my stakeholders and then try to find professional development that can be valued by the teachers and utilized in their classroom. And then we would continually monitor the students and their learning. We use FastBridge. This will be our second full year of using it, and it has a progress monitoring piece that can track that. To ensure equity and access with school and home, we are a one-to-one technology district. I would value my technology director's feedback on the needs that we have and then be able to support him in getting those. And also keeping our strong relationship with our local internet service provider. That would help us in any needs that we have here at school so they can respond, or it would allow us to look into ways to get access for students at home. To develop a sustainable model, I would relate back to my technology director, make sure that he has access to all devices at any time. I would also build upon my own knowledge of technology so that I may help students and staff with any needs that they have in case he is unavailable. And then I would look for professional development opportunities to build upon all of our knowledge when it comes to technology. Then to go in line to implement a cycle for sustainability, I would collaborate with my technology director on how we would set that up. I would view the budget to make sure that it is in the realm of what we can do, or if not, determine when we could do it. And then making sure that our cycle is still focused on the vision of the district and the school board. In order to create a culture of innovation, I would want to identify key stakeholders within my district, those that want to take risk and try new things or investigate new ideas. I would appeal to their desires and cultivate a trust with them so that they know that they can go out and have the freedom to explore and bring back feedback. Then I would also have my set expectations and hold true to them just to keep everyone in focus with what our shared vision is. All right, in order to provide diverse, collaborative, and ongoing opportunities for educators to increase their skills, I would make sure that the professional development is tied to those areas of school improvement, curriculum, and other needs. I would ask for staff input to make sure that they have the ability to increase skills. The principal and lead teacher would provide some coaching for those that may need additional support. I would also follow KSDE for any updates that they have, especially in relation to free programs or apps that they're sending out, and I would share those out with my teachers. And then I would hope to find time, which is sometimes the hardest thing, just so that my teachers can explore those. In order to maximize student agency and amplify their interests, strengths, and passions, I would want to have a strong relationship between our students and staff. I believe at Brewster, being as small as we are, that every student has a connection with at least one staff member, so that really has already been established. I would encourage more project-based learning in classes. I believe that this is a great way for students to showcase their strengths and passions. And then we have an advisory or seminar time, and I believe that that is a great time for students to have some goal-setting opportunities. In order to create a culture of shared ownership, I believe that professional growth is best obtained through a collaborative leadership style, and that is the style that I plan to lead by. So having my team and developing that shared vision is extremely important. Everyone then feels valued, and then I can desire that professional development that is personalized to individuals. I would need to focus on aligning budgets so that I can make sure that it does support the district's vision. So I would collaborate with my board clerk, see where the budget is with this year, what can be done. I would also look at past year's budgets in case some of these opportunities have been done in the past. I would try to view and see if they were successful or not. I would keep that shared vision in the forefront and make sure that my Board of Education supports the decisions that are being made within my district. And then all of this would be based on needs assessment that we send out to stakeholders throughout the year. And it comes back and just shows or identifies needs of our school in different areas. To implement and communicate clear policies and procedures, I would use our PLCs and our faculty meetings to relay a lot of that information. We also do FERPA and confidentiality training at the beginning of each year, and so that ensures those high levels of data privacy and security. And then by following the KISA guidelines for school improvement and setting our KISA goals based on state board outcomes, we can adhere to all state and federal laws. To create and communicate a learner-centric vision, I would use the Kansas state standards and college and career readiness standards to really drive where our curriculum is headed and what needs to be done. I would find those that can model and mentor other teachers so that the vision is realized throughout the district. In order to collaborate and engage community members that do not have children in our schools, we use our district website and district Facebook page to relay a lot of important information. As the superintendent, I would reach out to local organizations such as our Lions Club and Beta Club and attend their meetings just to share out what the district is currently doing and where we may ask for their support. I would do the same at our local senior center and churches. And then we host a back to school event every year and also various community events throughout the year where we invite everyone from the community in, and we can then showcase what is going on within our school. If I want to focus on the talents of educators, I want to make sure I know my staff. I believe that being in Brewster for the past 8 years, I really do know most of my staff. And so this year I would like to spend time observing their strengths and weaknesses and just being able to build upon them. I want to encourage more collaboration during our PLC time so that that shared piece is taking place. And then I would also lean a little bit on the lead teachers that I identified so that they may support the other staff. To design research-based learning spaces that are responsive to student needs, just like with the staff, I would want to make sure that I understand the students and their needs. I would ask for staff input of additional needs that may not be noticed right away. And then I would connect with neighboring school districts and their superintendents and maybe find out some suggestions of items that they've had to address and what worked for them so that maybe I can use that as an example for our district. I would want to promote and support flexible learning-centered spaces. So I would collaborate with staff, understanding what they see as their needs. I would also visit with student council, so they are the voice of the students. But then I would have to look at what is actually reasonable for each teacher and classroom because certain spaces do not work in certain areas. And then I would want to build a mutual respect so that we both understand each other, even if we can't accomplish it right away, that we would both work hard to get there eventually. I would creatively construct non-traditional opportunities. This actually made me think of the special ed department. And so I would collaborate with the special ed teacher because they are always looking for ways to maximize student learning in non-traditional ways. And so I would gather input from additional stakeholders to figure out what is needed and then work with the special ed teacher for those ideas. All right, the last main piece deals with opportunities for sustainability. So when our funding isn't in our budget, I would look for grants or other innovative ways to access funds. I would try to determine the areas of the greater need and cut unnecessary spending. I would ask for the board clerk's input on some of the items. And then I would make sure that there's a constant evaluation of those needs and spending areas to make sure that we're not overlapping or leaving something out that is of more importance. To create a culture of data-informed decision-making, the previous decisions or the previous way that I go about it, I believe would really focus on that. I would make sure that we have data-informed in-services. We always view data at in-service, so I would make sure that it is fitting within our district goals and constantly referring back to them. And I would ask the staff and administration to have some self-reflection. That way we find out if there's anything additional that may come up. To continuously plan, implement, and reflect and refine for years to come, I would do teacher evaluations just to make sure that we have those highly qualified teachers or provide them the support so that they can be that. I would encourage high quality professional development through others that have already done it, use them as the modeling. And then I would, at the monthly Board of Education meeting, just share out our needs and make sure that we are focusing on sustaining that high quality teaching and learning within our district.